with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it'll be second down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
On fourth down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for Tennessee, Jim DK. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
I'm not sure if a guy jumped into the NFL scene quicker than Cam Ward a year ago at the University of Miami. I was down there. I watched his college debut for the Hurricanes in the swamp against Florida, and I walked out of there. I'm not so sure if I knew he was going to be the first overall pick, but I knew he was going to be an unbelievable college player, and here he is with the future of this franchise on his shoulders. He's not going to blink. Everywhere he's been, every coach says, Cam Ward changed the future of our team, of our organization, and there's no reason to think he's not going to do it again.
His pass, caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30s. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Eric Armstead brought him down. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Ward. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on third down, Ward. That is the rookie from Stanford, Alec Iomanner. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Gain of 24 yards.
Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Andrew Winger on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Jaguars' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 6. Man in motion, heading right. Out of the gun, Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 1.
Third and a yard. In motion, Okonkwo. Ward gonna throw on third and 1. And he's gonna pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down for Tennessee.
Titans, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Ward gonna hold on to it. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short gain.
Down at the 18-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
In motion, Okonkwo. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. Now third and 5.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it, and it's Pollard. And he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Titans.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it, and the Titans will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Jaguars nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Jags offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Jacksonville. 39 yards.
It almost feels in today's game, if you aren't a dynamic runner with the ball in your hand, you can't play. And I'll tell you what, Mike, that was never my thing. I'm not sure if I would have been as good in today's game.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 42-yard line.
2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
Up the middle, here's Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it or in a spot where nobody can catch it. And unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
Lawrence throwing on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Got a man downfield. It's Iomatter. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together, and the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
He was looking for Van Jefferson there. It's second down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Slot man going to move in motion left. On the handoff, Pollard. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
From the gun on third down, Ward. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. So trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Man in motion here is Washington. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Music City after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They've got it second down and 11. Here's Lawrence. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I think this drive, and particularly that last third down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for third down to bail themselves out.
The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Play action. Ward. That's caught by Van Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
The Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little extra second you allow your wide receiver to continue to work open by the ability to move the pocket. Buy time with your feet, but remain a passer.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. This time it's the veteran Eric Armstead on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, it's Ward. to the rookie out of Texas, Gunnar Helm. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
That's good.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Dylan Boyd on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Ward. He'll find his receiver. That's DK. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Titan first down.
You can just tell by the crowd's reaction. They love when these two young rookies connect with each other. I mean, if everything goes according to plan, and we'll see how it plays out, these two are going to be a crucial piece for this franchise, not only this year.
And he will get into the end zone. Tony Pollard, touchdown Titans. His 2nd touchdown of this first half.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Sly now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Titans move out on top, 14-0.
Jaguars nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. In motion is Myers. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Over the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch a ball. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground and handing the ball to the official.
Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and is able to pick up a nice gain.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
14 more yards.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Gain of 14.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
A loss of 2.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Lawrence on the keeper. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking. Get yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. First down throw there is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
There's Jefferson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Ward. Catch made right side by Ioman. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They give to Pollard on the option. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down for Tennessee.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Pollard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
This one take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That's good.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Second and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. Running here, it's Pollard. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's third and 8. In motion, Okonkwo. Throwing on third down, Ward. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On fourth down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal.
25-yard attempt.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Titans stake themselves to a 17-0 lead. Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
After that incompletion, probably going to put an end to this drive, but what it does now is the opponent now has a chance to increase their lead because now they're going to steal an extra possession before we go to the halftime break.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
With the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Shotgun snap for Ward. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
It's a big one for Tennessee. It's a gain of 49.
That's another tight.
This offense find themselves with a big lead here, but remember, it's still the first half. Like, there's a long way to go. Defensively, they've got to buckle down. They have to find a way to put a lid on this offense, because if they don't, they're going to find themselves at the halftime break down by a whole lot.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Ward. That's complete to DK. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Ward now on 3rd down. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he's into the end zone yet again. Tony Pollard. Touchdown Titans. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. Our game here is part of the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Weekend, a remembrance the NFL created a couple years back. What a great job they did. Because no one deserves to be celebrated more than John Madden on Thanksgiving weekend. Of course, Greg and I, all of us at EA Sports, we hope you had a terrific Thursday and you're setting up to settle in for some great football on this very special American holiday. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. A first down throw for Lawrence. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was two different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
And he is planting backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Chimdike that time. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. I mean, he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready for their first possession of this second half. On first down, Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And again, it's their inability to prevent negative plays. It's a big reason, Mike, why they find themselves trailing in this game. First play of the series, they already put themselves in a massive hole.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now on second down. That's swung out to Etienne. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz. You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Second down, Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 11 yards on the connection there. That's good for a Jaguar first down. Play action now. It's Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's screen. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible. Stay with the passing game, and they're able to find one of those big tight ends for a first down.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Throwing is Lawrence. He'll try to run for it. And he'll take this one in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for two.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try to pick it up with Etienne. And he's got it in for the two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead is cut to 16.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jim DK. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Ward gonna keep it here on the zone read. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
For a Titans first down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Play fake, now Ward to throw. He'll let this go deep towards Jefferson.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And so great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
In motion, Okonkwo. From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Jags offense ready to get back to work. On the ground, here's Etienne. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Titans offense and quarterback Cam Ward headed back out onto the field, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 5. On the give, it's Pollard. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And He doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Ward. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
It's a big one for Tennessee. 36 yards.
At the 18-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Fake the handoff. Now Ward in trouble, and down he goes. The two-time Pro Bowler, Josh Hines Allen, getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now a handoff to Pollard. And good work defensively to stop this one after a gain of 5. And it will be 4th and long.
No real surprise here, Mike. I think with the way their defense is playing, they decide to just play it safe, short run, get the ball a little bit closer for their kicker here on 4th down, and just make sure they end this drive with points.
On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal.
A 41-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will extend their lead.
Jaguars 8.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
The outside, complete to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Jacksonville.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. When they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Complete to Jacoby Myers. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. In motion comes Thomas. The RPO, that one is complete, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Lawrence. That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Jacksonville.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer.
Jaguars 15.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Jimray DK now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll motion the slot man right. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, Ward. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So after he gets out of the pocket, he does a nice job in scramble drill finding his receiver along the boundary, and the coverage was really tight, so he's just trying to throw this ball as far out of bounds as I can, but keep it close enough to try to come down with it. So he makes the catch. Can't get both feet in bounds, but it's actually a pretty good ball.
This one broken up. It's It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide-open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
This one complete to Washington. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, Mike, you have to find that balance defensively between playing prevent and making sure that ball does not get thrown over my head. But how often do we see defenses just give so much space, so much green grass, that the offense finds a way to move down the field quickly regardless? So just continue to mix up coverages, but do not let them throw the ball over your head.
That is caught by Washington. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
For any long developing play like that to work, everyone on the offensive side of the ball has to do their job at a high level. First, the pass protection has to hold up. Then, the receiver has to be able to separate from his man defender. And then, of course, the quarterback has to be on time and on target with the ball. And when you do, you move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So it is 4th down, and they'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good, and the Jaguars will cut into that lead.
Jaguars 18. Cam Little.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. His drive will start on the ground, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Off the bootleg, it's Ward. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down for Tennessee.
First down.
Nice play design here by the offensive coordinator. His ability to get the quarterback outside the pocket, take some stress off the protection. By the time he reaches the launch point, the receiver's running wide open downfield, and he puts the ball right on the money.
A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
23-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. In motion, Okonkwo. Ward now on 3rd down. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
The Jaguars offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field.
They're on 17-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and
2. Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence, and that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
A 7-yard gain. And the Jaguars, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Jaguars.
They go play action for Lawrence. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Titans offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. They'll run with Spears. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. That's good for a Titan first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They run on the jet sweep. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and goal.
So the
at
challenge of these jet
2-yard
sweeps,
line.
Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And when these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they are a handful to track down. Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question, 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Tajay Spears. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the gun, here's Ward. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Jaguars 18.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. That's swung out to Etienne. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Lawrence now. To the left side. It is caught by Myers. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
40-yard line.
To throw is Lawrence. He'll go right back to Myers.
Lawrence's pass complete to Jacoby Myers. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Lawrence. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
13-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
2nd down.
Jihad Ward. He gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
That is caught. What a throw. Brenton Strayed. Touchdown, Jaguars.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Jaguars 25.
So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Titans.
The Titans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a loose football. The Jaguars have it inside the 30. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. on the ground. It's Spears to start the drive. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Spears. Now timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. Talk things over before third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Spears. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up and about the 42. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So, it's a win here for the Titans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.